Every year, countless gardeners anticipate the vibrant display of Christmas cactus flowers, only to be left disappointed when buds fail to appear. The frustration isn't due to neglect or poor luck, it's about timing, environmental cues, and understanding the plant's unique needs. Mastering these factors ensures that your Christmas cactus transforms into a seasonal showpiece, producing abundant, long-lasting blooms that brighten the holidays. Light and darkness control the flowering cycle. Christmas cactus is photoperiod sensitive, meaning that the length of daylight and darkness dictates when it will form buds. Unlike many indoor plants, it requires roughly 12 to 14 hours of uninterrupted darkness per night for 6 to 8 weeks to initiate flowering. Many gardeners unknowingly disrupt this cycle by placing the plant near lamps or windows with streetlight glare. For practical application, place your cactus in a quiet, dim corner from early October onward, allowing natural light during the day but ensuring complete darkness at night. This triggers the plant's flowering hormones naturally, setting the stage for healthy buds without forcing them artificially. Temperature plays a hidden role in bud development. Beyond light, temperature is a critical factor that often goes overlooked. Christmas cactus thrives when nights are slightly cool, around 60 to 65 degrees Fahrenheit, with daytime warmth between 70 and 75 degrees. If the plant is constantly exposed to high indoor temperatures or drafty areas, buds may fail to form or drop prematurely. A practical strategy is to position the cactus near interior windows that are shielded from cold drafts but maintain cooler nighttime temperatures, or to use a cool room to regulate its environment. This combination of warmth by day and cool nights encourages robust, long-lasting blooms. The right soil mix ensures healthy root and bud growth. The substrate in which your Christmas cactus grows directly affects both its flowering potential and overall plant health. Dense, water-retentive soils encourage root rot and stress the plant, while excessively sandy mixes dry out too quickly. A practical blend consists of equal parts potting soil, coarse sand or perlite, and peat moss or coconut coir. This mix maintains moisture while providing adequate aeration, allowing roots to thrive, and supporting bud development. When watering, aim for slightly moist soil rather than soaking, letting the top inch dry out between waterings. Overwatering during the bud formation stage can cause buds to drop, while underwatering can stunt their growth. Fertilization timing can really make or break those blooms. You know, a lot of gardeners assume that constant feeding leads to more flowers, but Christmas cactus is actually pretty sensitive to when it gets its nutrients. If you use heavy fertilization during bud initiation, it often just encourages leafy growth at the expense of blooms. So, from late spring through early fall, it's best to apply a balanced water-soluble fertilizer at half the recommended strength, just once a month, to support healthy foliage. Then, as soon as you see buds starting to form, reduce feeding to once every 6 to 8 weeks, or even pause entirely until after flowering. And hey, using a fertilizer that's slightly higher in phosphorus during bud formation can also help promote stronger, more vibrant blooms without overwhelming the plant. Pruning and repotting, well, they really set the stage for future flowers. Christmas cacti actually bloom more heavily on older stems, so a little light pruning after flowering encourages branching and creates more potential sites for next season's buds. It's important to avoid pruning in autumn or winter, since that can remove developing buds. Repotting should be done sparingly, ideally every 2 to 3 years, and right after the flowering period. You'll want to use a container that's only slightly larger than the root ball, so the plant concentrates its energy toward flowering rather than just vegetative growth. Keeping this structure in check ensures the plant's resources are efficiently directed to those beautiful blooms. Observation and care, they really help fine-tune the blooming process. You know, the difference between a mediocre display and a spectacular one often comes down to just paying attention to subtle plant cues. Watch for early signs of bud formation in autumn. Those small, swelling tips along the stem mean the plant is responding to light and temperature changes. Adjust your watering, lighting, and placement to protect these developing buds. And remember, keep the plant away from sudden temperature changes, high traffic areas, or drafts, since stress can actually trigger bud drop. By carefully monitoring and responding to these cues, gardeners can maintain ideal conditions for flowering without overcomplicating care. Following seasonal rhythms really produces those reliable holiday blooms. Success with Christmas cactus is less about frequent intervention and more about understanding and working with its natural cycles, providing the right balance of darkness, temperature, soil, watering, fertilization, and structural management allows the plant to focus its energy on producing flowers, not just a bunch of extra leaf growth or stress response. Over time, these practices lead to abundant, vibrant blooms that you can count on every holiday, turning your indoor garden into a festive highlight. No guesswork or chemical boosters needed. If you found this guide valuable, go ahead and subscribe to Hydrohaven and maybe share it with your fellow gardeners. By following these seasonal rhythms and targeted care techniques, you'll ensure your Christmas cactus delivers stunning blooms year after year, creating a vibrant living centerpiece for every holiday celebration.